Hello, Top Fan Rivalry followers, and it's time for Bleeding Blue, the episode with the mostest, the best host in the game of baseball, Mikey Bleeds Blue. He carries me along for the ride. I just
Oh,
respect him. But if it wasn't for him, there would be no Bleeding Blue talk. Mikey, how the heck are you, man?
beautiful. Doing
Blue,
great.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. All right, my great and good friend, let's talk. Since we last talked, the boys went. We had a little trouble in Pittsburgh. Um, but the boys went into the Bronx and, for the most part, manhandled the Yankees. Let's talk about that first. What were your thoughts about that series?
The Yankee series,
Y-
or Pittsburgh. I'm
Yankee
sorry.
series.
The Yankee series, I just pretty much nothing but positives for me. The atmosphere, the energy, uh, it was all encompassing for baseball for those 3 games. That was Major League Baseball. I mean, it was a playoff World Series atmosphere. I mean, the players even said it felt different. You could tell by from the energy and everything. So, I mean, and to go in, get 2 of 3, I think is important, especially for the fact that Juan Soto didn't play. Um, we needed those games. Uh,
1,000%.
so yeah, I mean, I just that I was proud of them. I thought they played well.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. The first game was nail biting. Both teams looked very nervous. And they were having trouble. That you could see that they were both playing very nervously. So that was a little tough. I mean, it came out the way that it needed to come out with, an extra inning win. And then after that, you fast forward to the next game, and the Dodgers just have fun. And then the following game, they had some opportunities. They just kind of couldn't hold down things pitching wise. So,
Right. That first game I think that getting that first win between those 2 teams was the catalyst of winning the series. It played a big that was a tough one for either one of those teams to lose. 11 innings. Yeah, what an amazing game it was.
mhm, mhm, 100%, 100%.
You
And
you hope you hope that like World Series games could live up to stuff like that, but that that kind of game is 2-1 in 11 innings is a pretty hard thing to live up to.
especially with the lineup that has Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, Will Smith, Shohei Ohtani in it. On the other side, you have Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton. Juan Soto didn't play, like you had mentioned, but Gleyber Torres, Anthony Volpe, they have plenty of fire. Both teams have plenty of firepower. And to think it took 11 innings to score 3 runs is amazing.
I'm sorry, 3-2. My bad. I
Yeah,
said 2-1.
yeah.
I
I'm
said two to
sorry,
one.
five,
It was three.
five
It was
innings.
three to two.
Yeah, yeah, yep. So,
And can't say enough about Teoscar Hernandez.
oh,
In that series,
no,
uh, the guy completely showed up and showed out, and he was the showstopper really for that series. I think that series might have made him a lot of money.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. And not only did it make a lot of money for him, but I mean, when you have 3 home runs and 9 RBIs in a series in the Bronx, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
You're gonna see, maybe the Yankees offer him a deal. You're gonna see the Dodgers offer him a deal at the end of the season. You're gonna see the Mets offer him a deal. You're gonna see teams that need things. And the nice part about Teoscar is JD Martinez, who?
yeah, exactly. That guy has literally picked up the offense where JD left off. I mean, JD Martinez did well for the Dodgers, and he missed quite a few games, and he still put up those kinds of numbers. So that was a lot of production to lose. So for someone like Teoscar Hernandez to come over and step up like he has been huge. I mean, it's been huge.
100%, 100%. Now the Dodgers come home after that, and they play Colorado, right? Talk to talk to me about that
Uh,
series.
oh yeah, no, that was from the
No,
Mets.
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry. We played
We now we're
Texas.
with the Rangers. Yeah.
Yes, my bad.
Um, the last night's game, just everybody. I don't know what was in the water that they drank, but it produced 15 runs, ton of homers, or the night before last. I'm sorry. And then you see what that's the Dodgers MO so far this season, it seems like. And it's scary because it seems like that's what happens to them in the playoffs a lot, is their offense just completely dies. I mean, you go from scoring 15 to 1 last night, 2. We got one real late. Um, but we just need more consistency in our offense to put up runs. This is a team that, I get it. You're going to run into a hot pitcher every once in a while, but it happens too much for them. They've been shut out 6 times this year. That's probably 4 more times than I thought they would have got shut out this year. I
Yeah,
mean, it's, and there's some 1-run games in there. And it just, with this offense, they got to be better than that. They have to.
100%, 100%. So, let's talk about. So obviously at filming Wednesday night, this will drop on YouTube. It'll also be in the locker room. But let's talk about last night's game. So Corey Seager, our old friend Corey Seager, scores all 3 runs. The Dodgers were relatively dominant in a pitching aspect, and they pitched out of some tough jams. But when you think about it, when you absolutely think about it, they without Corey Seager's 3-run home run, the Dodgers win the game 2-0 or 1-0, actually, the way because we wouldn't need the ninth inning, bottom of the ninth inning. So
Right.
talk to me a little bit about last night's game, and particularly I want to mention to you about the ending. So talk to me about the ending.
Uh, well, I want to talk first about Corey Seager if I can.
Go, your show.
I do not, you know, we all appreciate what he did when he was here. That's fine and dandy, but I think we've seen him a couple times since then. Um, the goodwill factor is over until you retire. uh, I thought he was cheered way too loud, and I still can't. I have an issue with people who are like, I'm a big Corey Seager guy. I don't care. Well, then root for the Rangers, because he literally killed us last night. That was the one hit, you know. And thanks for coming back against us. He sat out all the games against the Giants and the last couple weeks, but the Dodgers show up. Yeah, let me get in there. You
Well,
know,
you
I do appreciate everything he did, but the Dodgers did a lot for him too, and made him a lot of money. And he missed a lot of time in LA. He sat out with Tommy John and a hip surgery. So I'm not. I have no warm fuzzies for him or any other non-Dodger, even if they were Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw could be traded tomorrow, and I'm not rooting for him. I'm a Dodger fan. I'm not. I mean, if he pitched for someone that was playing the Padres that wasn't the Giants, I would want him to win. I mean, but I lose all interest in you once you're not a Dodger anymore. So I
makes
have,
sense.
yeah, I don't, no, and I don't like it when I see it and read how it was awesome watching Corey hit the home run against us. And what kind of fan are you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm bitter. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Listen, if I'm going to say it's a little different. If it were September and there's 25 games left to play and we're up by 8, I'll deal with it. Kind of like when Albert Pujols hit 700 at Dodger Stadium. It really didn't mean anything. It wasn't significant. But we're in June, and there's still a lot of baseball left to play. Don't be calling out Corey Seager and telling him how awesome he is. Oh, it was awesome that he did it. No, 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 it wasn't awesome. So,
Just say, something catastrophic happens to the Dodgers
mhm,
and we wind up missing the playoffs by one game. Maybe that was the game there. Maybe it was that loss. Who know? You don't know, which one. It,
1,000%.
it's just, JT, Justin Turner has hurt us this year. It seems like any former Dodger that has played against us this year has done well.
Mhm.
I don't know why it always has to be against us, but they always seem to hurt us,
Yeah.
even though they didn't do squadoosh for us, some of them.
Squadouche.
So,
Now that's a word you don't get to use all the time. Squadouche. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, so tell me about the way the game ended.
well, so we're down 3-1 in the ninth.
Hmm.
Um, we get a hit in the gap. And then Andy Pajes runs through a stop sign that Dino Ebel held up, and he got thrown out at home plate to end the game. Um, it was close. It was, he made him make a good play, but still he ran through a stop sign. If he would have been safe, everybody would have been like, "Oh, awesome, good job, good hustle." But you can't make the last out like that. You just can't. Especially, I mean, if he got sent, then that's all on Dino Ebel. But this is all on Pajes, and I do have a little bit of a problem though. If you saw how much room he had to slide and how far around he had to go, because the guy was blocking the plate. I mean, I saw it as plate blocking. I don't know what they were looking at. I don't know if you watched it, what your thoughts were on where he was.
Oh, I threw the controller down on the couch. I was yelling. Um, because again, I mean, if you were listening to the announcers, they said evil or Dino holds up the stop sign. Oh, Paez runs through the stop sign, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, and he was out by, like I said earlier, the dude, Jonah Heim could have caught that ball, ordered himself a couple of Dodger dogs and a couple of sodas, and sat on home plate and ate them before Andy Paez got there. I mean, Andy Paez was out, and you're right. They didn't have. He did block the plate, but yeah, he was out, out, out,
Oh, he
out,
was
out, out.
definitely out.
So, yeah, he was
Yeah,
out.
and they did challenge it, and it was said to not be blocked, but um, I don't know if what you're telling me, if I'm Pajes who ran through the stop sign, but tried to swing way outside to get just the corner of the plate that was left to him. You barrel the guy, then you might as well barrel him.
Yep, yep. You might as well plow through him, but that's not the way the game's played. So we got one more tonight against Texas. I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about it. You got Yamamoto pitching tonight, right?
No, they're going to give him an extra day after his outing in New York. So Grove, it's going to be a bullpen game. Grove is starting.
Okay. I mean, gotta do what you gotta do, right? But
I'm not saying I love it, but obviously they don't tell us their inner meetings, so we don't know if Yamamoto might have said, "Hey, I need an extra day," or if they just said, we want to keep you fresh, so we're going to give you an
Extra day.
extra day. I don't know how they worded it. So,
How they play that. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Well, I love where the Dodgers are at. They're playing hard. They're beating good teams. They're struggling against teams that they should beat, but they are beating good teams. I think that we take 2 out of 3 tonight. Uh, and then, we kind of have a little bit of a circus as far as the schedule coming up. And so it's kind of it's going to be a little bit of a whirlwind scenario. That's why you and I were frustrated last week when we looked at the schedule and said, oh, look at all this traveling. Because at the end of the day, you've got Kansas City. You have Kansas City starting tomorrow for 3, and then Colorado at Colorado. And then you play home at Anaheim. We don't have another day off until the 27th of the month. So, oh,
yeah, I
I'm
think
sorry.
they said they
That's
played
not right.
13 games in a row.
Yeah, that's not right. They have Sunday the 23rd off, and then they have Thursday the 27th off, which makes no
Yeah, I
sense.
think they said they were in the midst. They had 13 games before their next day off.
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. So, there's some teams there you should beat. Colorado, you should beat. Um, uh, you should beat Anaheim, but we'll see. You should beat the White Sox. So,
Yeah, on
yep,
paper, you
yeah,
definitely
exactly.
should. But let me be the pessimist of the group. You never know what can happen in Colorado just because the ball flies everywhere there. Um, Anaheim, they're like the Giants, whether they're good or bad, they always play the Dodgers tough. So yeah, we got to match their energy there. And the White Sox, what do you got to lose? They should just be. I don't, I don't watch White Sox baseball. I haven't watched a game because they haven't played the Dodgers. But I'd be trying stuff. I steal more bases, bunts, anything in weird situations where you're not expecting it. You know what I mean? Just go for broke. Play
Play all out.
play play exciting baseball. If it blows up in your face, what your other way wasn't working anyway. So, might as well
Your
go crazy and see what happens.
your other way wasn't working, so just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The question is are the White Sox going to have 65 losses or better by the All-Star break, or 60 losses or better?
What's their
So,
record right now?
18-49, I believe.
Oh yeah, they'll have. Uh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah. The way that they're going right now,
At this
absolutely.
rate. And then just a couple more items.
Yep.
Clayton
Transactions.
Kershaw through at Dodger Stadium. He's ahead of schedule, but there's really no reason to rush him back. I would let him just keep building up arm strength, and wait until after the All-Star break and with him. And then the Dodgers traded for a Hall of Famer's son,
Yes.
um, Cavan Biggio, of the once of the Toronto Blue Jays, is now a Dodger and got his first base hit last night. So that was nice to see.
100%. And honestly, he looked good out there last night, both defensively and offensively. I know that he was struggling. I know he was hitting, I think, 200 this season so far, but maybe a change of scenery will help him. Who knows?
Yeah, and that surprises me that he'd be hitting that low, because a nice piece of hitting to go flick it out there the opposite way. Just a nice controlled swing, which Gavin Lux has been doing more, going to left field. I I expect him. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Biggio turned into like a Chris Taylor, Max Muncy, you know, more of a success story than in a line of success stories that the Dodgers have had with this kind of guy.
100%. 100%.
Not
And
saying he's going
honestly,
to hit 30 homers. He's not a 30 homer guy, but he's going to be a positive contributor.
yeah, yeah, 100%. And I like his contributions. I like what he's trying to get accomplished. And now he's on a contending team. It doesn't look like Toronto's going to be a contending team this year. So now he's on a contending team. So let's see what he does.
Yeah.
Right? Let's see what he does.
Yep.
All right. So we covered what has happened since we last met
And,
and some transactions and Clayton Kershaw. Is there anything else we need to throw in there, Mikey, for those of you listening to the Dodgers Bleeding Blue?
uh, am I? I don't know. Am I missing something?
No, no, I was just
No,
asking you
no.
if we're missing anything.
You know, I think at the point of filming right now, we were what 6.5 up
Mhm.
on the Padres. They don't play, and the Dodgers do. So they'll either be up 7 if they win or 6 if they lose.
Yep. So let's go 7.
Yes.
Lucky 7. 7 come 11. Um, yeah. So very good, very good. Well, I'm excited to see them play this week and have them kind of wrap it up. I love when we don't have days off. I know it sucks for the players, but I love it when there's not a day off.
Yeah.
So uh,
Yeah. I tend to like that more too, but they do deserve some days off.
I do have it on good authority that there are several Astros fans who you've met and or talked to that are huge Rangers fans tonight. I mean, here huge Dodger fans tonight. I'm sorry, huge Dodger fans tonight. So, yep, let's go Dodgers, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, my friend. Let's do it
So,
again next week.
all right, buddy.
All right, see you
Have a
soon.
good night, everybody.
Yep, yep.